Hello there, welcome to watch our short group video of Ibus 212 third assignment. My name is Gary. This video is created by me and my group members. They are JIAQI Li, JIALUN, and Brian Lee. This video is focused on a New Zealand entertainment enterprise that aims to attract and relocate valuable overseas workers from Indonesia and Malaysia. Here's some background information of our target firm. Our target firm has about 100 employees with annual revenue over 200 million New Zealand dollar, which is a medium-sized entity. Recruit the right people is vital for establishing the market competitive advantage and cost minimization. Furthermore, our video will separate into three parts. The first part aims to address an expatriate recruitment and relocation strategy for our target firm. The second part of this video will outline a system to improve expatriates' well-being according to difference in living and working conditions between their home country and New Zealand. Finally, to make this strategy more comprehensive and practical, the third part of this video will demonstrate underlying issues and recommendations to overcome any future risks. The strategy that we propose to our client firm is maximizing the sense of security and a stable working condition to every new expatriate from Indonesia and Malaysia. In order to aggregate the benefit of recruitment, our client firm should establish an appropriate internal recruitment evaluation system, also standards. More importantly, new expatriate workers should accord with skill shortage position in the client firm. To make our strategy more implementable, we introduce 5 specific projects for attracting and relocating overseas workers from Indonesia and Malaysia associated with key performance indicators. The first project is bonus for overseas workers. Overseas employee can receive wage subsidy during the first 24 months with an additional 30% income above the basic wage. After the first 24 months, new salary will be determined based on job performance. The key performance indicator of this project is the number of applications from Indonesia and Malaysia workers. The second project is transportation subsidy. Expatriates will receive 50 New Zealand dollar subsidy on transportation and other living costs each week. This project is aimed to improve employees' daily transaction efficiency. Therefore, the key performance indicator of this project is the absenteeism and late arrival rate. The third project is a more flexible vacation allowance. Since the culture of Malaysia and Indonesia emphasis on a high in-group collectivism, which means family is very important to Malaysia and Indonesian workers. Therefore, our client firm could offer a more flexible vacation allowance, which makes workers from Malaysia and Indonesia could spend more time with their family. Furthermore, the client company could also provide assistance to the family member of Indonesia and Malaysian workers, which helps them to easily travel between home country and New Zealand. This project will improve employees' likability about the company, which increase employee loyalty. The key performance indicator of this project is the overall length of expatriate residence in New Zealand. The first project is continuing overseas staff training and consultation. This project is aimed to improve cross-cultural adaptability for employees from Indonesia and Malaysia, since teamwork is a vital component of contemporary company development. This project will also reduce misunderstanding in the interpersonal communication, which facilitates a better teamwork environment. The key indicator of this project is the communication efficiency of Malaysian and Indonesian workers. The fifth project is providing medical insurance for overseas employees from Indonesia and Malaysia. Since lifestyle, eating habits, and climate condition has great difference between their home country, the possibility of illness may increase dramatically. Therefore, medical insurance is essential for the health of expatriates. The key performance indicator of this project is the total sick leave days of employees. Also, this project will cost 1,000 New Zealand dollar each year per person.
As we know, the definition of wellness have 8 parts. Our group immersion of 5 parts, including emotional, environmental, occupational, physical, and financial. For the emotional, it is important to create a workplaces environmental where people feel safe and comfortable sharing how they feel. For its key performance, heart rate, when it is above 80, indicates that employees are under stress. Company satisfaction, if it is below 90, the employee is not satisfied with the operation or management of the company. So the company can need to offer mental health days and promote support services available in the community or neighborhood. The second is environmental. It is about protecting the environmental and protecting ourselves from environmental hazards. For its key performers, the annual average change in pollutant emissions in the surgery. When it's higher than 10%, it indicates that there is a large environmental pollution problem in the product line. So the firm needs to have recycling programs. And the next is the reputation index of the company. When it is below 90, the company's reputation is at risk. Therefore, the company should establish a correct corporate culture and improve service attitude and reputation and make customers satisfied. The second is occupational. It is leading factor of good health, especially considering that people spend over 40 hours of their week in the workplaces. For the key points, when the attendance rates and product qualification rates is below 90%, explains that employees may be working in a state of exhaustion or the time allocation is unreasonable. Therefore, the company should appropriately reduce the work length and rational allocation of human resource. The fourth is physical. It is about being able to complete daily activity without extreme fatigue or physical stress and destructive habits. It has two key performers. They are blood pressure value and physical examination compliance rate. When 50% to 20% of employees have unstable blood pressure or sub-health, not conduct to the normal operation of the company. Therefore, the company can provide them with healthy food and get employees to have a good eating habits. The finally is financial. It is determine whether the company can carry out the effectiveness. For its key points, the first is profitability. When it is negative, the company is in the loss state. Therefore, it is necessary to conduct an in-depth investigation of its own financial situation and marketing demand to ensure the company profit. The second is anti-risk rate. When it is less than 50%, the company will face bankruptcy. Therefore, the company must improve the credibility of the quality of the product.
To sum up, we list 5 potential risks which relate to our proposed strategy. An international human resource strategy is often consisting with huge financial costs. Projects such as subsidies are required additional investments. Accordingly, increase in the operational cost would directly undermine the profit margin of our target firm. Cultural difference is an influential factor that all international businesses should consider. Difference in basic costume, manners, and gestures significantly impact the interpersonal communication. Therefore, the cultural difference between New Zealand, Indonesia, and Malaysia would harm the relationship and communication between expatriates with their company. Furthermore, misunderstanding in communication may lead to expatriates hard to establish a long-term relationship between their local partners. Previously, we mentioned about difference in climate and eating habit may harm the health condition of Indonesian and Malaysian workers. Generally, a good health condition is critical to the firm productivity and performance. Therefore, the health of expatriates should also take into account. Finally, since the foreign policy and relationship among countries are constantly changing, government restriction on employment visa are consequently influenced by the changing policy. Accordingly, international work contract is often challenged by change in legal and political factors. In order to overcome the underlying risk that harm our proposed strategy, we propose one recommendation to our target firm, which is form an overseas work department that especially deal with any issues and affairs related to Malaysia and Indonesia workers. More specifically, this internal department is aimed to advise on international human resource recruitment and relocation, as well as managing expatriates' well-being in New Zealand. Thanks for your watching.